friends. Hello, it's Madame Fromage, and today I have a cool cheese from Belgium that I want to talk to you about. It's a great snacker, and it's called Vieux Chimay. I often refer to a cheese like this as a great pickles and pretzels cheese because it's not fussy. It's an easy eating cheese that a lot of people will like, and you can just put it out with basic things that you have in your cabinet. It's also a really great beer cheese, and that is because it is made at the abbey that is right near Chimay. This is a Trappist abbey. It's called the Abbey of Scormont, and the Trappist monks there have been making beer and cheese since the 1860s. So a quick bit of history, and then I'm going to tell you about kind of the flavor notes and how to pair this cheese if you want to serve yourself or your friends at home. This cheese, it has an ethical stance behind it, which is one of the reasons that I picked it for this series. The monks are very committed to their community, and they only buy milk from the surrounding dairies within 30 kilometers of the abbey. They also have an ethical pledge for the way they treat their workers, their animals, and the land, which I think is beautiful, and it's very much of this moment, right? The other thing is they take the profits from most of their products and reinvest them in the community. So there's this social justice mission behind this cheese, and other cheeses too, but I just think that that really makes this cheese kind of a standout and a real special cheese. This is their newest release, so they've been making cheeses there for a long time, but this is their newest cheese. It's made with summer milk, so it has this wonderful mouthfeel. You can see it's very silky, and the coloring is natural. It comes from a plant called annatto, which is a little seed that has this sort of like orange reddish color. Put that into the milk, and that makes it have this sort of golden, almost autumnal glow. If you think of the French cheese mimolette, it also is an annatto cheese that is similar in color. So on a board, like I said, I like to keep it simple. If you wanted to make this an entire meal, you could add radishes, nuts, celery, things like that. It's on the savory side, this cheese. So I usually like to pair it with kind of savory things. That's why I'm suggesting, pickles, popcorn, pretzels. In terms of its flavor profile, when I smell it, I smell just the faint aroma of cutting open a fresh apricot. And then you get a little bit of a nutty note. It's really lovely. Makes me think of pecans or hazelnut. So this is a fun cheese to play with beer. And if you can't find a Chimay beer, I'm opening a 5 cents, which means 5 cents. Woo, which was recommended. If you can't find a Belgian or a Trappist ale, you could use a nut brown ale. I feel like for a cheese like this, what you want is something a little bit malty. Now that's just my preference. This is a beautiful honey-colored, slightly malty looking Trappist ale. It smells sweet and kind of like wheat. It's making me think of the pretzels. I think this is going to be a really beautiful combination. Absolutely. It's great with this cheese. If you have leftovers of this cheese, toast up some sourdough bread, add a little butter, and have it yourself a midnight snack. So Vieux Chimay. Vieux means old. Chimay is the name of the village near where this cheese is made. I hope you get a chance to try it. I also just want to thank you for supporting this series. It's sponsored by I Love Imported Cheese. I'm going to give them a little toast. And then I also want to thank my friend Mike Gino, who's a cheese painter and my neighbor. A few weeks ago, he painted Vieux Chimay, and he was kind enough to walk over this morning and hang it in my kitchen for me so that you could have a look at this revered Belgian cheese. Cheers.